Video brought to you by Morante Plumbing and Oil. Morante.
And we are back. G Macaroni coming at you with another edition of the Outlaw Blitz podcast. Big fella, let's get dangerous.
Today, Mike Lowry is sitting in for Winnie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Big Mike Lowry.
Lowry.
Well, we do have the bad boys at our place.
Yeah.
They go everywhere together.
They do.
It is, it's quite comical to me, the two of them guys.
What in the hell is the one guy's name?
It's Marcus Burnett and then the
son-in-law. Yeah.
Reggie.
That's
Reggie.
Right.
And we have Reggie too.
We do. What's going on, dude?
Not much, man. A little bit of shitty weather out there in New York. We're a day late getting to the table. Life kind of took over. Last week, our normal recording day, I went to my best friend from high school's dad's funeral, so we did not get to record on time to put it out. Our work schedules are conflicting, so today it is.
I had a super sad conversation
on the ride home from that.
On the ride home as you were driving back.
Yeah, but it makes you wonder. Things like that make you wonder, right?
Yeah.
Like what would you do? What pictures do you want up there? And we're part of a generation that went from no home movies to VHS to you could record yourself and with hard pictures,
right,
with actual developed film, to now you have the camera in your hand at all times, and you don't. Very rarely do you print out a picture unless it's like from a wedding or you know what I mean. Like
it's true.
It's a weird generation. Like
now you're taking pictures of old pictures to try to preserve them or still have them.
Yeah. So, it's those type of things. Who's going to talk? Who's going to be your pallbearers? Who's going to, all that stuff that you don't really contemplate. I'm
going to save a lot of backs and just get cremated.
Cremated?
Yeah.
The box will still be heavy. No, I know, it wasn't meant to be like a depressing conversation, but it ultimately is like
it is. It ends
what do you do and how do you do it?
Yeah, it's true. It's totally true.
I mean, I told you, I want, if something happens to me before the rest of you guys, and we're not 80 years old, I want my coaches to be my pallbearers.
Yeah.
My group, like the coaching tree, how it comes out. You, Tommy, Sal, and Chris.
Yeah.
That's, you're going to have to get a couple more people to carry my fat ass. But
I'll have to get Sal to, he'll have to keep his wrist firm.
Yeah.
You can't go limp on that one.
Yeah. I mean, it would be an honor to have all your players come back to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It did have somebody comment, man, you guys fucking tore Sal up again last week.
I get it all the time. I'm like, I do not know what Highland's issue is with Sal, but he is tearing him the hell out.
Shit.
So is it just because you want to? Or?
Yeah, it's just because I love him. And it's an easy target. He sets himself up so
I'm a nice guy.
Much. That's it, but I'm a nice guy.
Fucking scratch and dent Sal.
Scratch and dent Sal. Yeah, it's crazy because we constantly have weird issues with this board, and I plug the old one in to record TCB, and it's
perfect.
Fucking right as rain every time.
I told you, scratch and dent Sal.
Oh, you can't beat it.
No, you can't. Like a sore Peter. For all of our fans, I've been getting a lot of questions about this. Our annual Super Bowl party that we do, pregame party, is going to be virtual this year. We could not get the clearance to utilize the space in the time we need it. So we're going to do a virtual where we can add people. We can add about like 10 people to this. So if we send
Right.
you a link, and you want to jump in and talk some shit about the game, football, we'll still try and do some giveaways and stuff. Maybe do some trivia questions and things. It'll just be virtually, unfortunately.
Yeah.
A lot of people are disappointed. They're like, wait a minute. I took the night off for this. What's going on? So
Yeah. We'll be joined in house by my general, your private,
the private, Jay Will.
Jay Will, who, was one of those that took the night off.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of the outlaw group of kids that they're all like, they look forward to that every year. They're
Yeah.
like, what do you mean? Like, my whole family and everybody was coming to this. And I'm like,
Yeah, and a lot of people, unfortunately, a lot of our work friends have in the last year relocated and have different shifts now.
yeah.
It's we'll do something again. I'm just trying to think.
I mean,
We'll make another event.
am I disappointed? Yes, I am. Do I know it wasn't going to be an easy night for you anyway? Yes, I do. It's part of your sobriety.
It is tough to be there.
Yeah.
It is tough. I haven't been there since.
Yeah. So
I did get food there for the first time Sunday night, but I apped it in and went and picked it up. Just went a little side door, grabbed it, and left.
Yeah. So, maybe next year we go back or,
Yeah.
We'll do some. So this year it's going to be virtual, and we're looking forward to everybody being there. And it'll be live on our Facebook and YouTube. So join those, or Twitch if you have Twitch.
Yep.
Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. You can join that on Saturday night. We usually kick it off about
I think I put on 7 this way because nobody has to come out now.
Right.
They can do it from the comfort of their own home as they're getting ready for their Super Bowl party.
Oh, we're getting some pizzas and food and shit in here. I'll tell you that right now. We're gonna have a good time.
So we got our big show sponsor, our video sponsor back on board.
Yeah, if you saw it, Moranti Plumbing and Oil. He came back for the video, at least for the front half of this year. Listen, if you need a plumber, call Josh at Moranti Plumbing and Oil, 901-4194. He does a great job. He's like, listen, if I can just get a job. He goes, people are seeing it. He goes, I know it's the exposure report. He goes, but I'm just not. If you need a plumber, you need somebody that's going to show up and do the job right and do it well, call Josh. That helps your boys here at the Outlaw Blitz.
Big time. Definitely.
So this week's top 5 came to me. I was thinking of their names are on my list, but it was just one of these things like, how many times in history did we root for the bad guy?
Yeah, a lot.
So that you'll see what our top 5 is. This week's top 5. The top 5 bad guys we loved. Or villains. Could be in movies. It could be in TV. I didn't really elaborate just because I felt like, it could be anywhere.
Right. Okay.
And our song kind of helped.
It led right into it.
Why are you yelling at me?
I don't know. I am kind of loud.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'll start us off. Number 5, the Joker.
Not on my list.
And I have a specific version.
Heath Ledger's?
No.
No?
Jack
Nicholson?
Yeah.
I never rooted for the Joker.
Really?
Yeah, no, I want a Batman to kick his ass.
I like Jack Nicholson's version.
I know which one's my least favorite.
I do like Heath Ledger's. I do not care for Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah. TT.
Yeah. This will be... I won't be cutting out as of next time we record because
you're getting a new
mic. Thank God.
Yeah, the Joker. I get it. I saw him. He would have probably been on an honorable mention. A lot of people liked the Joker. Didn't get on my list. But why you liked? Where did he get all those wonderful toys? And
I liked Jack. I loved Jack Nicholson's portrayal. It was a different. It stayed true to the comics. It was a more theatrical version, I think. Wasn't as deep or as brooding as...
I don't know, man. If I see a dude in a purple suit, he's either a fucking pimp or a jerk-off.
That's the title of the show this week, Pimps and Jerkoffs.
Yeah. My number 5, Ruth from Ozark.
Yeah, I like Ruth.
Everybody loved Ruth, and she didn't give a shit about
Fuck, that's right.
You know what I mean?
And she's coming. She's gonna be in some movie that's coming out soon.
Yeah,
Loki, trailer trash hot.
trailer trash, bad chick, not good by any means.
Yeah.
But people absolutely loved Ruth.
Well, you know what it was is everybody loathed his fucking wife and his daughter.
Yeah, but you rooted for the bad guy,
Right.
And essentially in that.
Yeah.
All right, what's your number 4?
Number 4, Don Vito Corleone.
All right, I figured you probably do have another one on your list, but higher.
Okay.
Yeah, I get it. A lot of people, you got to make him an offer he can't refuse.
Right. He's portrayed as this family man, but he's still a mob boss who's orchestrating hits and killing people and ruling by ruthlessness and power. He's a bad guy.
Yeah.
But you can't not love him.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get why, and that's why this is perfect. Like, it's not on my thing. I'm like, fuck that guy.
Listen, people in real life, how many people rooted for John Gotti?
How many people just rooted for that fucking kid that shot that, whatchamacallit?
Oh, I didn't. The healthcare.
United Healthcare guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weird.
Super weird.
Yeah. My number 4, and this is what sparked this fucking debate. Bo and Luke Duke.
As bad guys?
They are the bad guys. They are the ones that run from the cops. They shoot arrows and blow shit up. They are really the bad guys.
I guess, but if you if you call them vigilantes, then it makes them not bad guys. They're doing what's right by morality. But yeah, they are breaking the law.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's true.
Making their way the only way they know
That's
how.
That's right. Not Coy and Vance either. They're just pussies.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, Bo and Luke Duke, like, we loved them. The General Lee jumping the fucking thing, running from the cops every week.
Yeah,
and not
true.
be caught. And I'm like, man, how many other bad guys did you love as a,
Yeah, and it's all about presentation. They were the good old boys, never meaning no harm.
Yeah.
So it's all in their song.
Yep.
Number 3, I stayed. This one kind of bothered. Well, this bothered me on an aspect, but at the same time, it was a horror guy that everybody loved. I have Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
You got to overlook the fact that
the
basis of the character is he's a child molester.
Yeah.
That got killed.
That got burned.
Right, but it's Robert Englund making the character. It's the catchy phrases and the life that Robert Englund put into the character that made him the bad guy that people actually kind of liked.
Yeah.
In horror movies.
None of that made my list.
Weren't touching Freddy?
No.
Mike, let's see. With me, Michael and Jason, they don't talk.
Yeah, no, I get it.
So there's no...
Yeah.
But yeah, and then there were people in, like, especially the Dream Warriors, you want to see Freddy fucking kill him because they were just annoying as shit.
Yeah, certain people. Yep. You want to see him out. My number 3, Omar from The Wire.
You never watched it?
Omar was a dude. He was a gangbanger, but he carried a shotgun in a long trench coat, and all you would hear was him whistle. The farmer in the Dell. And the streets would be packed full of gangbangers, and you'd hear that whistle, and everybody would take off running. And all he had was a shotgun, and he'd rob drug dealers. But you just loved him. They'd bring him into court, and he'd have the same wife beater on, just with a tie, and and they're like, he told me to wear a tie, and he'd be like, I wore a tie. And then one of the key moments in the show that really made you love him is the Avon Barksdale's crew had the highest paid scumbag lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, is it true that you put your gun on people and you rob them? You rob these people for their stuff. He goes, same as you. And he says, I do it with my shotgun. You do it with your briefcase. And it fucking shut him down. So it was... Everybody loved Omar. Omar was the bad, good guy that everybody just loved in that show.
Nice.
So Omar is my number 3. Number 2.
Number 2, he changed from a bad guy eventually to a fan favorite at the end. The King of Sting, the Count of Monte Fisto, Apollo Creed.
Yeah, he was so arrogant and flashy and
Yep.
everything that blue collar Rocky was not.
Right.
Yeah.
And by the time Clubber rolls around and
Drago.
And Apollo gets Rocky back on his game. Now they're best friends, and then he gets taken out by Drago. So he starts out as a bad guy. At the end, you can't help but love him. It's just again, you look at the actor. Carl Weathers is great in pretty much everything he was in. He made Chubbs. He made Apollo Creed. He made whatever he did. So Apollo was my number 2.
My number 2, Tony Soprano.
Yeah,
I was shocked he wasn't on your list.
He wasn't on my list.
I figured our 1 and 2 would have been the same.
I bet you our 1 is.
It probably is. But Tony Soprano.
Yeah.
Not meant to be loved. Like, not... In real world, you wouldn't love that guy, right? You're like, he's the fucking head of a crime
Right. He
family.
cheats on his wife. He fucking kills people left and right.
Yeah.
He killed his best friend and threw him in the ocean.
Killed his nephew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a real personal way, too. He just plugged his nose till he fucking choked on his own blood.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
like, you know what I mean? Like, a violent fucking dude, but everybody loved him. How many people went and bought a Suburban and fucking...
Yeah, no shit.
Wore these shitty polo shirts with slacks.
The fucking... Yeah, that's the look. The funniest thing I've seen recently, and it's old, it's when Mad TV did the edited version of The Sopranos, and it was Will Sasso as Tony Soprano.
Yeah.
And he goes, Carmela, where's the gabagool? There's no gabagool. You dirty mother. And they would cut to the next scene. So by the end, the whole episode, which would have been an hour long, took 4 minutes because they had to cut out all the curse words.
Yeah. That's funny. And who's your number 1?
Darth Vader.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Listen, he wasn't meant to be revered the way he was when that movies came out.
No, not at all.
But he was.
By the end of episode 6.
Yeah.
Everybody loved Vader.
Yeah, and not for nothing, like, you didn't really see him in the first, in the very first Star Wars, A New Hope.
Right.
How much of him did you really deal? You heard of him? A man named Darth Vader killed your father. You know what I mean? Like,
you saw him with
his
Leia
real
in the
character
beginning.
arc. His real arc was in Empire Strikes Back.
More or less, yeah.
When he fights with Luke and then says,
"Right,
I'm your father."
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So,
which I always thought was funny because Anakin Skywalker is dead. He is no more. But here I'm going to say, yeah, I am your father.
Yeah.
But he is the ultimate villain that everybody ended up loving at the end.
Yeah, and I think there's like I think I saw like a little blurb on this that there was such a demand for Darth Vader, like back in the 70s when this all came about. People didn't do this, right? Like, you didn't root for the bad guy,
right?
But there was a demand for him for like Halloween costumes. Like, all these kids wanted to be Darth Vader.
Yeah.
So it was like, what do we do here?
I mean, they could throw on,
and it makes you wonder if that made his arc change at the end.
Right? They could have thrown on a brown bathrobe and been a whiny cunt and been Luke.
Yeah, with the bangs haircut.
No.
Yeah,
like he was the ultimate good guy that you didn't care if he got killed until the later movies. Because now when he came back,
in the Mandalorian,
and I still haven't seen any of that stuff. I don't know. It's like I have a fucking mental block that because Disney owns it, they fucked it up. And I don't know if that's true.
No, I don't know. I mean, 7, 8, 9, whatever. I enjoyed them for what they were, but Luke comes back. Like, you don't see Luke.
It's a badass scene when he comes back.
You don't see Luke from Return of the Jedi, and you know what I mean. Like, you don't know what he did after, right? But in the Mandalorian, it shows Luke come back.
The scene where he's just walking down the hall, but he's a cloaked figure.
Yes.
Slaying everything in front of him.
Yes.
And then takes the
very
off.
Similar to when Vader first comes back in what was that movie there? Oh man, the movie where it ends with the beginning of Star Wars: A New Hope.
Oh, the Revenge of the Sith.
No. It's like the in between movie.
The in between movie.
What is going on with your mic?
I don't know.
There's an in between movie, but anyway, it's Vader's moment. Like he comes by and he's slaying everybody. He's trying to get that transmission.
Oh, what was the one? Yeah, I'm not sure.
Scott Burke is killing us right now. Everybody's like, "You idiots! It's this fucking."
It's funny too because I guess the son was like the father. In you go back and you watch, Hayden Christensen got such a bad rap, being called Mannequin Skywalker and all this other shit. Because listen, Anakin at that stage of his life was a complete fucking winebag too.
Rogue One, okay.
Yeah,
at the end of Rogue One,
he's a complete winebag too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I want to see the later ones because I know Han Solo, Leia, and Luke are all back.
Yeah, it's worth it. They have their own moments and funny spots. And I like. It was
Carrie Fisher's last anything, and then
the 80s were rough for two chicks. The chick that does the 80s on 8 thing, she was a DJ. And Carrie Fisher, because they had these nice voices, and now they're like this when they talk.
Yeah, and then throwing Kelly McGillis.
Yeah. No, but Darth Vader being, I think, almost number one on almost everybody's list.
Yeah,
the bad guy.
Yeah, when you said it, I'm like, all right. So
well, me and Winnie got number one.
I have my one figured out. Now I just got to do the other 4.
I was shocked you didn't have Sopranos.
Yeah, I think I went a little more old with Don Vito on it.
Yeah.
I love Tony.
Why do you keep yelling at me, bro? And I'm not even turned up.
Am I redlining?
Oh, you're redlining.
Oh.
Constantly.
I think because I'm trying to
We got you awake and alert today?
Close to the mic because it does keep fucking cutting out.
Yeah. I told you, get one of these. This one doesn't, but you want to go with... You've had 37 mics. We're going to just keep fucking doing it until we'll go to the Amazon special. All right, let's move along. I think it's this... All right, 5 crazy questions via GMAC. Number 1. Now this one's interesting.
Okay.
You could have $2 million cash right now, tax free.
Okay.
But you'll know exactly how and when you die. Or you live rent, car payment, and grocery cost free and not know when you're going to die.
I'll take number 2.
I would too. Because what if they're like $2 million, horrible fucking bombing accident, or you got crushed by a fucking bus next week.
Yeah, no,
You know the panic that would ring as you get closer to that.
Well, that's knowing me and knowing the way my mind works.
February 10th, fucking 2061. You'd be like, oh my god, you'd be dreading that day,
right?
The entire time,
right? Yeah, I couldn't do that.
Yeah, if you don't have a mortgage payment, a car payment, and you don't have to pay for groceries, you're fed, you're clothed. You know what I mean? Like, where's your cost?
Right. Yeah, it's better than $2 million.
Right. Or $2 million cash for. Even if it was $5 million, I still don't.
Right.
Because you could say, "All right, I'll take the $5 million. All right, when you walk out of here, a bus is going to hit you." Well, fuck, you didn't get the money. Right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, fuck that. I'm taking number 2.
Okay. Number 2. What's the weirdest thing you've done in public?
Weirdest thing I've done in public?
Yeah. The time you got Chris out of that lake was pretty fucking weird, but funny.
Yeah, probably that. Oh, that was the river.
Yeah, the river. Yeah.
All the fucking cowhead stepping on him with the fucking...
With your wife's cover up on.
Yeah, that's probably be it. It has to be. Yeah.
Like what? I mean, we've done some...
Look, I've changed my clothes in the parking lot before.
Oh, yeah. Listen, I just changed in the parking lot last week to drive home from... I got out of the shirt and tie and suit pants and all that. and changed into sweatpants and a sweatshirt right in the parking lot.
Yeah, we've all done that.
People are like, "Why didn't you use the bathroom?" I'm like, "People piss on that floor, man."
Yeah, I put my shit there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that would probably have to be it, I think.
All right. Number 3. What's the craziest thing you've ever put on social media?
Oh, man.
I can clearly tell you it's not, your ex-girlfriend coming in and find you in bed with a girl with dirty feet.
Yeah.
We've seen that.
We have seen that.
And it wasn't either one of us.
That's correct. I don't think, I don't ever put anything crazy on there. I used to woe is me a lot.
Oh, you used to be an emotional line bag on
Yeah, I was a woe is me guy for a long time. And I don't really post much anymore now. It's just...
You didn't put anything on there like I got beat with bats on my way out the door?
No.
How's your day going?
Yeah, no. Yeah, nothing. Honestly...
It might have been like a hot take. You know what I mean? When somebody posts something or...
Yeah, it's... I don't know, but people will probably view Trump support as...
Oh, yeah.
As that. So maybe pro-Trump stuff.
Yeah, pretty wild, right? That people take that. It's who gives a fuck, man.
Right.
At least there's some crazy shit, right? Listen, they say spilling the tea. Right. A lot of people spill their own tea on crazy shit online.
We've had our buddy have his shit blocked because of the wild shit he was posting.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like you hear people spill everything. Yeah, my husband, he out there, and I'm like. And next week you're back with them.
Right.
Like, we're all watching this.
Right.
We're watching this.
Yeah.
I told you, I think earlier in the year, over the summer, I was like the Real Housewives of Accord Speedway. I was following along. I don't know the people personally. Like, I know them, but I don't know them.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, shoot. He's banging the fucking best friend.
Yeah.
And they're just putting it out there on blast.
Yeah, well, every time we see, again, the one that you mentioned before with the dirty feet, every time we run into him, it's like, it's always out there, you know, what the fuck? And he just shakes his head like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. If she just washed her feet, it would have been all right.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. All right, number 4. Do you know anyone personally, like close to you, who you think would and could be a celebrity?
Would and could be a celebrity.
You know, like, who would have thought Frank the Tank is a celebrity, right?
Yeah, seriously.
Like, who came to mind for me was Matt Russell.
Matty fits it for sure because it's just the way he
celebrity
is.
in a different aspect,
right?
Not like stunning good looks,
right?
Not Matt's a good looking kid, but like his fucking promo he cut here for the egg challenge.
Oh, it's hysterical.
He could be Frank the Tank level of celebrity.
I would say Max has it in him because he can be dynamic in the way he talks and stuff like that. And he's a good-looking kid. Mike Warman, just a super handsome dude.
Yeah.
You can see he'd be the underwear model.
Maybe.
He's
yeah, but that's not celebrity.
Yeah, Matt. I guess
it's like Matt, a personality type.
Actually, Ledsack too.
Yeah,
as a stand-up comedian, 100%.
Yeah, but the old guy. Yeah, like when he's like 60.
Yeah, he's
dirty got shit and it's just ripping.
He walks in and he can take over a room in 30 seconds with the shit he says, and have people belly laughing.
2, and I think they could do it separately, or I think they could have a marriage show and do it, whether it be Home Improvement or something, is Drama and Romero. Romero and his wife, Deanna. Separately, I think they could each be their own, because Romero's a decent-looking kid and he's funny. Drama is fucking hilarious. But you put the two of them together like a real couple fucking thing where they put the fence up, the dogs, the this, and that. I think the two of them could pull it off.
As a reality show?
Yeah, because, they're young, good-looking kids. They speak well. They're dynamic together. They're amazing together.
He keeps taking a beating.
He's like, oh, shut the fuck up.
He takes a beating, though. Yeah. She's going to win.
Oh, yeah.
She's always going to win.
Right, yeah. But they're two that I think... And that only just came to me just now.
Yeah, she's always going to win that battle.
But my nephew, Zach.
Oh, he's fucking hysterical. He's another
He
one.
100%. If we ever got picked up, just the like we said about Barstool, if Barstool ever picked us up, the cast of characters
Yeah.
that they would get, oh my god. Tommy DeSico.
Zach is Frank the Tank meets Seth Rogen
meets Frank the Tank from Old School.
Right. He's like everything rolled into one.
Yeah.
It's hysterical.
Meets Seth from Superbad.
Yeah. He's got them all.
All that.
Yeah, he's fucking funny.
All right. And number 5. What's the strangest belief you have that people may say is a conspiracy theory?
Oh, boy. Strangest belief I have that people may...
Mine's pretty easy.
What's
I believe
yours?
we've been to this level before.
If you believe in Atlantis as a city, then we have, because they allegedly had electricity. It's very possible.
Think of the Roman roads that still exist today, and they don't have potholes in them, and our shit's falling apart.
Or the pyramids
and the water.
Right.
I think Earth has been to a level, at least to this,
we've
or
been super
higher.
We've been super civilized, and then had big events that destroyed shit. Okay, yeah, I can buy into that. Listen, there very well could be aliens among us now.
Yeah.
How would we know?
How would you know?
How would we know?
No, but what's your belief that you think people would be like, I don't know, man. That seems like you're not a flat earther, are you?
No, hell no. I've argued.
We know some people that are
I've
flat
argued
earthers.
with Brandon about it 100 times. I don't know. I don't really think believing in the moon landing. There's.
I mean, you left the guy back with the video camera that videoed you tape.
Yeah,
there's certain things that don't add up.
Yeah, like the rippling flag, but there's no atmosphere.
Yeah,
how does that happen? Could that have been a work? Sure.
No, I know, but what's your belief? Something you actually believe that people are like, I don't know. Mine is literally like, I think we've been to this level before.
Yeah. I don't know that I have one that's outlandish like that.
Elvis being alive?
No, hell no.
You don't think so?
No. No, I think he died as he died that day.
Now, hindsight being 2020, right? It would be a lot easier to fake it back then.
Yeah, because there was no social media.
You know, the video cameras. Everybody's got a video camera on their front door now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, there's so many more places that you would be seen, and it would be hard to be hidden from.
Yeah.
Think about how the fuck did guys get caught robbing banks back in the day?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, what? Did they radio ahead to the next horse to catch you? I mean,
yeah, no,
they didn't. They didn't.
No,
they sent a smoke signal. Hey, he's coming.
Yeah,
you go 2 towns over. Nobody's ever seen you before. You rob the bank, you go back. What the fuck?
Yeah.
How would they know?
How would they know? You probably shot everybody in the fucking bank.
Right. We've never heard of DNA before the OJ trial.
Right.
Oh, there's one that I believe in that people think's crazy.
All right.
I don't think he did it. I think his son did it.
All right. I'll say that there was governmental assistance governmental involvement in 9/11.
I don't know
on
that
some level.
Certain people would think that's conspiracy. I don't think all.
Right.
Like, everybody says, you're fucking nuts. He killed his wife, OJ.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. I think he may have showed up there. I still think his son did it.
Or AC.
Nah, I think his son.
Yeah.
Just by the way his son acted.
All right.
All right, that is 5 crazy questions. Now moving along to Highland's favorite song. We have done before.
Number 1, smash style burgers.
Underrated.
Yeah.
Underrated.
Agree.
I love them.
I prefer them at this point. Fuck those big, fat, juicy burgers that we had when we were kids.
I'm going to Texas in a month.
The crust is what's good.
Not a month, about a month and a half. And I heard of this place called P. Terry's.
Okay.
I'm finding out. That's all I know.
Nice.
They're like, people in the Austin area are like, yeah, this P. Terry's. I had forget Whataburger. Whataburger in Texas was amazing. I liked it better than In-N-Out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
I haven't
checking
had
all
either.
that stuff. Yeah. I'm doing Austin and then San Antonio. So if you're in either one of those areas and you got a good non-commercial place to go eat, holler at your boy.
Bobby Goff would swear by the Salt Lick. It's a barbecue place. I don't know what town it's in. Have to look it up.
Well, don't say that to me like somebody else said to me. It's just Texas. Yeah, you can drive end to end in 10.
Right.
It was Pettit.
No, I got to look and see. But Bobby actually brought me back at one point a bottle of their barbecue sauce and their seasoning.
It's called Salt Lick.
Salt Lick. If you eat one by itself, it doesn't do it. It's the combination of the both together that make the actual barbecue that fucking good.
The Salt Lick barbecue?
Yeah.
Holy Christ, that could be 400 miles from where
I'm not sure what city it was in. All right, number 2. That's funny. We're talking about this now. Barbecue sauce.
Oh, really? As a whole, overrated. I only like certain ones. I can't stand where everything's always smoked.
What style do you like? You got Kansas City, which is like the molasses and brown sugar based.
I like that. I like Kansas City. I also
Memphis is more the
I
dry
like the Carolina ones.
I do too. The
like
vinegar based.
Yep.
Yeah, I like them a lot.
Yeah. But certain ones I don't.
Not everything has to have smoke in it.
Right. I kind of get tired.
And to me, liquid smoke tastes like shit. It's not the same as.
Oh, sweet! It's 31 minutes from where I'm going to be.
There you go.
All right, so there it is, the Salt Lick.
All right.
Overrated as a whole because anymore people want it. Everything is like, smoky this taste, smoke, like Sweet Baby Ray's, like just maple and brown sugar barbecues. I'm good with that.
Yeah, but I will take a good vinegar-based Carolina style over that.
And you do that in chicken.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's when you get to
even when you get like the more like yellowy looking.
Well, there's a white one that's big down south now too, like a white barbecue sauce.
Oh yeah.
Not sure what it's based, what the main base of it is, but it looks fucking awesome.
Cool.
Number 3, swap meets or flea markets.
Underrated for what they are. You're going there. Think of the huge swap meets we have here.
Stormville, yeah.
Yeah. For what you're going for, right? If you're redoing your house, you can find some cool shit. Flea markets, it's usually cheaper shit, but it's usually
you're gonna
still
find
stuff that's.
It's a mixed bag. You're gonna find some people are selling all their shit.
Yep.
And then some people are gonna have valuable tables of stuff that have tremendous.
Some people have $200 fucking cutting boards. Like, I don't need that.
Right?
They sell them.
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
So let me ask you a question then. What would you classify like at the fair? All them tables. Kind of like a swap meet or a flea market to a degree.
In a way, they're more.
I mean, they're going to say it's like a product showcase.
Yeah, but
there's
just
some
vendor
chintzy
tables.
Shit in there too.
Oh, there's some definite trash.
Did we not go to the flea market in Cape Cod a couple times?
I was going to say Carly. I've gone with her and her parents too. The Wellfleet one is so hit or miss.
Yeah,
I've gone and it's been awesome, and I've gone and it's been like 10 people selling absolute dog shit.
Yeah,
walking into Dollar General.
Yeah.
That's I think that's what you get with those.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yep. Number 4, and then valid this week, All-Star games.
Overrated.
I'm looking forward.
The MLB one, I don't mind. The football one, I always love the skills competitions.
I'm looking forward to this weekend.
The NBA, the dunk and the 3-point contest, no one ever cared about the game. NHL, I'm not a hockey fan, but I think it's better when it's the skills competition.
Yeah.
All that shit.
I like the fact that the NFL...
the fastest skater, whatever.
I like the fact that the NFL finally switched away from the game altogether. And now it's flag.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, you know what? They never ever. Nobody tried hard. Nobody's looking to
Bullshit.
get
Did you ever see
hurt.
Sean Taylor blow up that punter?
Did he really?
Yes. Destroyed him.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
No, but baseball's the only one that has anything attached to it for meaning because the winning league gets the home field for the World Series, which is cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, NBA.
Well, now with interleague play, it kind of ruined the All-Star game. Before interleague play, it was like, how would Dwight Gooden do against somebody from the AL that was amazing? Yeah. Ken Griffey, I don't know, whatever.
In the NBA now, it's going to be 210 to 209.
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
It's become stupid, and the dunk contest honestly has become lame too.
Yeah.
How many more ways can you dunk basketball?
Right.
It's
not
fun anymore.
Overrated.
All right, number 5, local bakeries and or coffee shops.
Oh, underrated. A local flavor. When people, that's your small time people that are just like, hey, they have a passion for it and they want to, they put it out there and they tend to put out a better product.
Higher quality.
Higher quality, better product that's made with love. And if it's not good, it's not around mall.
That's a fact. Places open and close. Yeah, the proof is there for that. And the good places, the Loxa Bagels, the
Bluestone,
Sunrise,
here in town.
they last. Yeah.
Go in there. It's usually you're freezing your balls off if it's cold out. The heat's not really all the way warmed up, but the food's good. The tea, the coffee, whatever, the lattes, whatever people like.
Yeah.
Are all good. They even have like them all green kale and whatever drinks.
Yeah.
Nothing for me.
You can keep
but
that.
They have that shit. You know what I mean? So,
right. They have
awesome.
They have a place.
And then pastries and things of that nature.
And then my bonus number 6, flannel sheets.
Overrated. They're way too fucking hot.
My wife loves them, and
you got to sweat your balls off.
I counteract that fucker with the fan on high. But you know what it is?
They're super comfortable, but
they are.
I just get too hot.
You get in the bed and it's like, all right, for 5 minutes you're good, and then the leg comes out.
Yeah.
Then they're off again.
Then you're pouring sweat.
Then a half hour later they're back on. Yeah, I'll take them now because it's been cold lately. But yeah, no. As soon as we get back to regular sheets, I'm happy, and not microfiber because they suck too.
Yeah, I can't stand when sheets without deep pockets. Overrated.
Oh, because they come off the mattress constantly.
Constantly, like you're constantly pulling the sheet back on.
Yep.
It's almost like you need suspenders for sheets.
They have them.
They do. I know.
The little things.
Dude, in what fucking world in the 80s, remember there'd always be a thing of a guy with some baby blue boxers on with a wife beater and then things holding his socks up.
Baby blue boxers.
Tell me that wasn't like the thing on like every TV movie.
They had the thing that went around just below the knee.
Yeah.
And then them little straps.
Like a stirrup to hold the fucking sock up. Who gives a fuck?
Right.
Is
that really necessary?
Yeah. We're going to hold our socks up.
Yeah, then later in life they have circulation problems because for 50 fucking years they wore
and they got no hair
tight
on their
straps around their legs. I don't.
Yeah, because you wore high socks.
No, because I think just from wearing work pants constantly. We don't have a job where we can wear shorts in summer.
Dude, you wear nothing but shorts when you're not at work.
I have jeans on.
So yeah, it must have been cold today.
It's icing out. Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's shorts and a sweatshirt.
Yeah, usually.
When it was 6 degrees the last time we recorded here, you had shorts and flip flops.
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah. All right, so that was it.
That's what we're under.
I got nothing else. Rabbit hole and all that stuff. Have you been watching anything? I didn't hit the key for the music, but I really got nothing else.
No, I did watch Pat McAfee had Stephanie McMahon on yesterday.
Yeah.
It was like a 30-something minute interview.
You are some heel.
Yeah.
And talked about the smack.
Yeah, I just stared at a rack the whole time.
Yeah. Royal Rumbles this weekend.
It is.
Oh, well, let's break into that. I hear there's some breaking news.
Oh, of a new podcast?
Yeah, of a new podcast under the 24 Cross Media.
That is correct.
Umbrella.
Hopefully to record Tuesday. I'll be checking with both parties tonight to see if that's going to be feasible to start Tuesday. But it will be the Too Sweet for Life wrestling podcast with HW3, Richie Wright, and the submission technician himself, Rick King.
Oh, man. What a bag of douchery that's going to be. You get Jim Cornette on, I'll feel better about it. Here's the good thing: if it's the three of you guys and you're talking shop, great, cool, right? You're wrestling fans.
Yeah.
But Brian Solomon, we have connections to him. You can get him on. Everybody loves wrestling. Big Gay Sal, you could ask him what it was like to be George Animal Steel's body double.
Right.
And
to have sex with Adrian Adonis.
Yeah, people love wrestling. So you're always going to have that ability to bring somebody else in and bullshit.
And it's nice to have a guy who's been a 20-year plus professional wrestler.
Yeah.
And Rick's been everywhere. All independent territories from here to Florida, out to Texas. He's worked for Booker T. He's tagged with Rocky King. He's
Bobby Lashley, right? Was it Bobby Lashley?
No, he trained Apollo Crews.
That's who I'm thinking of, Apollo Crews.
Yeah, trained Apollo Crews. He's been everywhere. So it's nice to have the inside perspective. And Rick's still wrestling here locally.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I believe you escorted him to the ring for Halloween.
I did.
Was it Halloween?
I did. Ditch digger.
You were the ditch digger. You came out as his manager.
Yes.
Did you just smack on the fucking mat?
I did it. I did a lot of that. Yep. I had a shovel in my hand the whole time. Face painted up.
You didn't smack the guy with the shovel?
I did not. But I did. What's funny is the night that we were at the Murphy Center when I had a little dust up with that guy. That match got voted match of the year.
Oh yeah, really?
Yep.
That was a good match
for ECPW. So
that kid is a good worker.
The
kid with the umbrella.
Yep.
Yeah, he did a good job.
Yep.
And you got to smack the shit out of him.
I did. Donnie Lane thought there was issues there.
He
was
did.
Like pulling me back. Like, what's going on? So yeah, no, that was fun. It's fun to have to get Rick in studio. And even Richie Wright, his wife worked. Yeah, his wife worked for WWE for a year.
Yeah, and like I said, we have connections to there. Joe DeFino, I'm sure, would come on and talk. Seth Turner will come on and talk.
Seth would be a good one.
Solomon, I guarantee, will come back. Dave Dwinell, you could get back.
Yep.
So you have a lot. You weren't even thinking of all that.
Brian's good. Brian's got his own podcast, Shut Up and Wrestle.
Yep.
On the Arcadian Vanguard Network, which is the same network that has Jim Cornette.
Yeah.
So
good for you guys.
Yeah.
That's something to look forward to. Yep. And I'm pumped for you.
We're going to start off as monthly recap show and then maybe hopefully sprinkle in some interviews along the way.
Like I said, when I did the racing show with Cougar, just because I had the connections, it's going to make it a lot easier.
Right.
Because people are going to know Rick. He's going to have enough.
Right.
Even to get the guy that does ECPW, the guy that runs
Gino Crusoe.
Yeah. You're going to be able to pull him.
Yeah.
Because if they want to promote their stuff,
right.
Here's an outlet.
And current talent, like John Gresham, him and Rick and John Gresham tagged for a while.
Yeah.
And he's still closely, I don't know.
Well, it's his wife is
Jordan Grace.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Which, that would be impossible to get at this point because she's under contract, so I don't know how that works with WWE.
Yeah, they're probably not allowed. They probably have to be cleared.
Yeah, they have. I know she was just on Chris Van Vliet, which he's the #1 wrestling podcast. So
yeah,
we'll see. It'll be fun.
It's cool, man. I'm
breaking in with the Rumble is a good. To me, I love the Rumble more than Mania.
I have
just
a feeling
the Rumble
Ziggler
matches.
comes back Saturday night.
That'd be cool.
We'll see.
Maybe come in as
Cena and wins it and gets his title to be the best ever.
That would be awesome.
Because then he'd be 17.
It's fun. It's funny for once you're not
They're
getting
all tied at 16.
You're not getting Cena sucks chance.
Right.
Everybody's cheering for John.
Yeah.
He needs to cut his hair, but everybody's cheering for John.
Well, he can't because Hollywood needs it long so they can style it how they want.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So he'll have that shit slicked down.
He needs hymns for men at this point.
Yeah. Is he really?
Yeah, he's got a huge bald spot in the back.
Really?
Yeah. I'll tell you what struck me this week is Sting came out, and now that he's not wrestling, he stopped coloring his hair.
Yeah.
So he's gray.
Yeah.
Fully gray. But he finally announced that 2025 is going to be the last year he appears in face paint.
Oh, yeah.
This is the last year when he does conventions. This is going to be it. and then going forward, you're just getting Steve Borden.
Cool.
Yeah.
Listen, the character's got to stop at some point.
Right. Listen, you don't. It would be weird to me. Remember Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy?
No.
From SpongeBob?
Oh yeah.
The old superheroes?
Yeah.
That you don't want to see your heroes look like that. So
Yeah.
I get it. It makes sense.
So at some point you're just
You're not Sting anymore.
Yeah.
Now you're just Steve Borden. And that's cool.
The guy formerly known as Sting.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Anything else?
No, I'm all good, bud.
All right, buddy. Take us home.
All right. For G Mac, this is Wayne. This has been the Outlaw Blitz podcast. As always,